Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the U.S. Marine Corps Junior Nationals here in Fargo, North Dakota. I'm Andy Spay. With me is Vanessa Oswalt. We've got action right off the bat. Natalie Radecki in the red from Delaware at 95 pounds in the finals here as a 2-0 lead over Zoe Haney. And how do you like it when you see your athletes, or you're a coach, I should say, by way of introduction, but Vanessa, when you see an athlete come right off the whistle and get points like that?
It means they're ready to go. I mean, she's coming out here fired up and action right off the rip, so she's ready to go. We both are, really.
Yeah, the bright lights, the big stage here, Fargo. Doesn't get much better for high school wrestlers. We're on the far end zone here in the Fargo Dome, so you have a whole wall of athletes and fans and friends and relatives watching on. Makes for a great environment. As front headlock now for Haney as she tries to get on the scoreboard herself.
She's working to get behind, got pressure on that head. Back on her feet now.
Yeah, unfazed by that first takedown. Early in the match, you got to figure nobody.
Get scored on, chip away, coming back. So I don't get too worked up. I try to tell the girls don't get too worked up off that first score.
Yeah, these are junior rule set, or junior in the U.S. It would be junior the same at UWW or U20, so 3-minute periods, just like the seniors. So a lot of matches for these teenagers, all high school students here. Some may have just graduated, but no college wrestlers. As we get a stalemate, back up to their feet, still 2-0. Just a little bit over 1 minute to go in the first period. Haney is from Troy, Missouri. She's a senior, graduate of Troy Buchanan High School, as Radecki shoots in, and it looks like Haney is going to get a passivity warning. I believe that's just her foot. It's where the Fighting Blue Hens are located.
Back in this front headlock position. Not a whole lot of action coming from here.
Yeah, you like that if you have a lead and you're trying to chew up some clock, right? That's a great position to run down a clock, but you know, it's still early, so if you have a good sequence of moves from there, you want to go from there, but nothing happening for Haney there. Nice low attack by Radecki. Can she finish? She's got another leg. She's climbing all the way up, elevating that trailing leg. Nothing yet for Radecki. Haney getting tough on that far ankle. She's not letting go, and now she concedes the 2. And a turn from Radecki, and that is good short-time wrestling. And you always want your wrestlers to score when there's a little bit of left of time in the period or the match. I mean, that's when you win those bouts.
Oh, yeah. We got break here.
I think we're going to get a quick replay here.
Just another reminder, ladies, in this first weight class, if you are a junior 95-pounder or a 16 135-pounder, you should be in the awards area.
Or maybe not.
That's behind the table up on the corner.
All right, 30 seconds of break are over, so back to the center. Radecki with the lead. So what does Haney have to do here, Vanessa, to get back in this bout?
She's got to chip away. We got to have some action from this front headlock. We've gotten in it about 3 or 4 times now. We've got to score.
And it's as if she was listening. There was that big go-behind attempt, but Radecki got that arm up in time and kind of shucked Haney.
Oh, we're going that cross knee. We got to keep running. There we go.
Yeah, staying on it. So some good instruction to Haney in her corner. It sounds like you and their coaches might be on similar wavelengths right now.
Right. We got to get those knees together, get that leg lift. Oh. Back on our feet.
Got the toe locked up on that bent leg. When you scoop underneath, it's a little different. You don't see with the guys. They don't have that much flexibility, but a lot more common in the women's wrestling.
Yes. The ladies are very flexible, and our moves are a little bit different, our positioning with that flexibility. It's a different world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you start to see those little nuances that they become a little bit more relevant, more prevalent when you start watching more.
Back in that front headlock position, we got to really be heavy there, snap that head.
Sucker drag, and Radecki trying to score points off that front headlock. When you go to the well too often, sometimes your opponent learns those tendencies. And there's Radecki, and that's going to make it tough again. Back to a 6-point lead. We get it.
Potentially dangerous here.
Yeah, driving it.
The bar.
Yeah, against the joint. And that's another thing that becomes more obvious when the men wrestles. Their shoulders don't go in the same direction, but almost have a little bit more leeway. Shot in from Radecki. She's stretched out, though, by Haney. She's got her hips down. Can Radecki muscle that leg in and score, or will she get tipped over with the belly whizzer? No scores.
We got to get those hips in. Oof. Blood time.
And Haney has sprung a leak, it looks like. She's pinching her nose. So, Vanessa, for everyone listening, how long have you been coaching? You've been wrestling for a while, too. Maybe start from there.
Yeah, so I started wrestling when I was younger. I actually wrestled my first Fargo competition in 2003. So it looks a lot different, a lot more girls. It's incredibly impressive how many girls are out here battling, how many states are represented. I mean, we only had one division.
Yeah.
Back when I was wrestling, so having 2 divisions and the amount of girls, it's impressive.
You hear the stories. There are weight classes with well over 100 women entered in these divisions, the 16U and the junior, and that was how many total women there were at Fargo back then, huh?
Yeah, correct. I mean, I feel like I had about 20 girls in my weight class, so now I look and I'm like the first half of the, I don't even see the first half of the bracket.
The brackets, you're scrolling, you don't even get to the end of it. You're like, when does this bracket end? Oh, there's more.
Yes.
It keeps showing up.
Yes, these girls are, 2 days of battling, and it's a gauntlet, I tell them. You got to be ready for it. Every match, one match at a time.
And then coaching, you've been coaching in Ohio, Northeast Ohio?
Yes.
Or no, Central Ohio.
Central Ohio,
Caught myself there.
Yes, I've actually first started, I moved back to Ohio back in 2017, started coaching the boys, and then we kicked off the sanctioning efforts. And so I started coaching girls only in 2019 and really started working freestyle with them then. So.
And all levels, mostly the high school girls?
Mostly high school, but I jump in with the youth, and then middle school I jump in every now and then, but mainly high school.
Great. Well, the wealth of knowledge, and we're very happy to have you, Vanessa. Glad you're on this broadcast as action continues again. We have 1 minute to go and a 6-point lead for Radecki after that blood time pause. And Radecki, she just needs to chew up some time here. She knows Haney's coming after her. Can Haney get a home run here?
Haney's got to look to score here. We got to be heavy on that front head. We got to get that ankle.
Yeah, he's got to be thinking more than 2. You got to think chain. If she wants to get back in this, Radecki, 2 hands on that arm, just wants to hang out there.
With this short time, we got to look for those big moves now.
And they're down on the mat. Are we going to get a stalemate? Or even if Haney comes around, there's the 2, and now Radecki has to open up. But unless Haney can jump right into a series of turns, we are under 10 seconds. And Natalie Radecki, she's ranked 3rd in the nation. She's got another year of high school, and that will do it. Natalie Radecki is a junior national champion.
Solid win.
And a solid win for Delaware. You don't see a lot of Delaware.
No, it's nice to see them out here.
Yeah. Small state, but rich in wrestling history still. They're on the mat already, so action's going to begin shortly. In the red, you see Jacqueline Bouzakis. She's the #1 seed. She's already firing off a double leg takedown. Her opponent, Katie Valdez, very tough opponent from Colorado. She's been in the mix for a while now. But Bouzakis finishes and scores 2 quickly. This is a battle of number 1 versus number 2 in the rankings. Those are completed by a consortium involving USA Wrestling, the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, and FloWrestling. They're put out usually monthly. And it's not often you get number 1 versus number 2, but it's happening here on the big stage here in Fargo. Bouzakis in again.
Got that ankle. Keeping hold of that ankle.
Valdez doesn't want to concede anything, but Bouzakis had other plans, and it's a 4-0 lead in just a minute. And when you talk about fast starts, that's Jacqueline Bouzakis.
Yes, that's definitely a fast start. She was ready off the rip and in on her 3rd shot now.
Yeah, darts under the knee, then comes out behind, and Valdez, only so much she can do. Those attacks are deadly, and it's 6-0 with a trap arm gut to make it 8-0. One more, and Jacqueline Bouzakis might add to her already impressive collection of trophies. Valdez trying to get a shot in herself, blocked down by Bouzakis. Vicious throw by, but it's almost too far.
Oh.
See, Team Colorado is here. You heard them.
They are loud up there.
So the bent leg there might have been going laterally and not up and down, which can lead to a stoppage, which is what we got. So they're back to neutral, and Valdez fighting her way back into this match, back down to a 6-point deficit. No longer a takedown away from a tech fall. They're mixing it up again in the center of the mat. Valdez wants to keep it in close. She likes these brawler types of matches.
She is not backing down.
No. And they're familiar opponents, so they know what each other brings to the table and what they're going to have to do to get the win. And Valdez impressively kept her composure. Wow, there's that throw by. This time it hasn't landed yet, but there's the 2.
Bouzakis got to scoot that hip a little bit out.
Yeah, Valdez can keep Bouzakis off balance, but stalemated. 25 seconds. See how ready Valdez is to go to get that back. But Bouzakis, another shot.
We're at short time on the clock here.
Yeah, just 15 seconds. Bouzakis trying to finish in short time, get that stop sign, and get off the mat, but Valdez conceding nothing, 3 seconds. All right, so how important is it, Vanessa, to get to that break? When you give up some early points and you get that reset time, you get the 30 seconds, you get to talk back to your coaches mentally, how important is that?
It's so important to be able to take that break and really be able to refocus, get your breath, get a drink of water, and refresh. And right now you see the coaches in there giving them their pointers, getting them ready to go back in there, telling them off, getting that last little sip of water and getting back out there.
Yeah, do you see a difference in demeanor in the performance? If maybe a wrestler doesn't really show what they're capable of in the first half, and then you get to talk to them, and then maybe they wrestle a little bit differently.
Yeah, that first period, you know, some things worked, some things didn't work, and what we got to adjust on, that's that big point right there.
Yeah, Valdez once again clawing, chipping away, as you like to say, from that deficit, and you get that 1 point, and then mentally maybe you got an edge, and there they go. Button horns like a couple of rams.
It's fun seeing Deanna in the corner. Her and I used to compete against each other, with each other, different weight classes. It's fun to see her coaching.
Yeah, that's what's great about Fargo. It's a little bit of a convention for the folks that are in wrestling a lot.
Yes, it's like a reunion. Oh, she's chipping away.
Beautiful counter by Valdez, shot by Bouzakis. Looks like she was thinking of maybe getting a lift and a return for 4, but instead she gets tossed over for 2, and now we have a battle. Valdez does not look like she's ready to fatigue at all.
Bouzakis on that bottom leg.
I think the ref was on top of that, making sure those toes don't get wrenched in the wrong direction. 2 minutes to go, and a 10-5 bout. This would be a monumental comeback, but that slide
Trapped arm gut.
To a trapped arm gut. Bouzakis too slick with the slide by. And she's got the legs crossed. Can she get the turn with the legs?
Can she get it locked up? She's driving. Back on her feet.
Driving but couldn't finish. Good fight by Valdez, and that was not fun for her. It's now you laugh at how tough they are. It's an impressive laugh. It's you know, you chuckle to yourself like, I would wilt under such type of pressure, but they're just shaking it off and going back out there to continue the fight.
They are.
12-5. Scoreboard's not showing you what it is right now.
No score yet.
So 12-5 with a minute to go.
Ooh.
And Bouzakis sits her back down from quad pod. So now 1 point away, 53 seconds.
Valdez looking for something big out here. She's ready to go.
Yeah, no quit in Katie Valdez, absolutely. A very gritty performance. She wants the dub. She's not satisfied. Oh, then she's going to get an exposure.
Got her on her back. Sitting her hips in.
She steps over, 35. Bouzakis.
She's got 30 seconds here.
14-7.
She's got to get her hips in. She got to get her elbows on there. She got to get her elbows off the mat. She got to push those elbows off to get those shoulder blades.
20 seconds. Bouzakis is fighting for her life.
She's got to lift that head up. She's got to lift that head up.
12 seconds.
She got to get all her weight and lift that head up. Hips in. She got to get her hips
still bridging.
in.
High bridge for Bouzakis.
Nothing yet.
Hanging up. 3 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
No call on the pin.
No call. Oof.
That was a battle. Oh, the anguish.
That's giving me goosebumps right now. Oof.
How Bouzakis was able to
I think everybody's still on their feet right now. My goodness. That's a battle.
Yeah.
That was a nail biter.
You could tell everybody, if they weren't on their feet, they were on the edge of their seat at the very least. And now we've got another one. We got to get hyped back up again for Julia Horger in the blue, wrestling for Team PA against Heather Crull from Indiana in the red. She's a senior. She's a Fargo champ. That is Heather Crull I'm talking about. She's also wrestled at Who's Number One. Horger, she's a junior, so she could still wrestle at Who's Number One. Crull has graduated from Northeastern High School in Indiana. Horger has another year at Conwell Egan. Single leg for Crull, trying to double off. Big return, that's 4.
Got a big move right off the rip.
Yeah, that is big. We've seen some comebacks already. You're not counting any chickens here. We're not anyway, not in this booth. Crull with a nice gut wrench for 2 more to make it 6-0, and Horger's got some work to do. So Horger defends that last attempt. Back to their feet, 2 minutes, 6 seconds. Tap and go from Horger. That's defended by Crull. A whip over attempt, almost a hip toss from Crull. And a head wheel, no score. They're going to say grounded. 1:44 on the clock, 6-0 Crull. Horger's trying to distract Crull with head taps and fakes. And Crull pulls the trigger and goes, and she's going to get, could have been 4 maybe, but they call it 2. And an armbar doesn't, yeah. Oh, that's it. They did call it 4.
Yep.
All right, overruled by the table judging chair. There it is. From a nail biter to a bit of a blowout. Heather Crull, that's why she's #1 in the nation. This is Andrew Spey. My broadcast partner, Vanessa Oswald, has to coach a wrestler next. So her wrestler's on deck. So we're going to get to action, though. Solo for now. Charlie Wley in the red. Kayla Batres in the blue. New Jersey, Connecticut, a tri-state battle. All we're missing is New York, but that's okay. They can sit this one out. Wley ranked 6th in the nation. Batres ranked 7th. Actually, Wley representing New Jersey, but from Port Jervis, New York. So we got New York in there, I guess. Oh, and a big fireman's head over heels for Batres after Wley scores the first point on a step out. Batres from Milford, Connecticut, Green Farms High School. See how Wley responds to that. There's 2 minutes, 12 seconds on the board right now. 4-1, and Batres deep on a shot. She'll finish for 2 more. That makes it 6-1. As Batres goes for a leg lace, trying to get a turn. Now they keep scrambling. And Wley down on the mat, gets a restart. She gets off parterre. And we're back to action. 1 minute 44 on the clock. Still a 5-point lead for Batres. In the, I think they're supposed to be Pez. But an interesting singlet for Connecticut as Batres again driving Wley out of bounds. She gets 1. The Jersey singlet, they got the checkerboard. I think it's like an 80s theme. Singlet watching is always fun. All the Uni Watch fans out there. All right, 7-1, 6-point lead, 124 on the board. Wley's got some ground to cover here. She's got the chip away at that 6-point deficit. Nice snap from Batres, keeping Wley. And there's a snap from Wley, but Batres says, all right, into your legs I go again. And 2, and probably, well, just the 2, they're going to say. That was a turn, and then another turn, though. Was that 11? 11-1, Kayla Batres, Connecticut. We saw Delaware, now Connecticut. The small states are feasting today at Junior Nationals. Team Connecticut with the stop sign. I'll do my best to be journalistically unbiased. But as soon as this match is over, Vanessa will pop back here into the booth and we'll continue our broadcast as a team. For now, I'm flying solo. Hiller in the red, Carter in the blue. Hiller from Evanston, Illinois. Attends Loyola High School. She just graduated, so maybe she doesn't attend anymore. Probably not. Carter from Olentangy Orange in Ohio. Carter trying to go big, but Hiller hipping in, and that's 4 for Hiller. Both going big, and now Carter in trouble. Can Hiller adjust? A long time for Carter to fight off her back in Hiller. She's parallel right now, trying to punch out that left arm. And Carter is going to have to really fight. And she does. Credit to Carter. Hiller was trying to finish her off. It was close. It was close. Carter doesn't turn at the precise moment that she needs to. You never know. .135 on the clock, and there's Carter, a little drag for 2. And no points off parterre. So just a 2-point lead for Hiller after coming close to getting that pin. And Carter with an ankle pick that she turns into a single leg, has Hiller hopping briefly in the air. Now Hiller gets her hips down. Seconds left in the first period. Still just 2-0, a lot of great action, or not 2-0, 2-point lead, 4-2. Now Carter has to figure out a way to shake off, well, she already did figure out a way to shake it off. She got back in there and scored 2 points, so needs to continue to not think about what happened there, being on your back, not think about maybe, you know, the lactic acid building up after you had to fight so hard. And Hiller, sometimes you can gas yourself trying for that pin. Drop it underneath is Carter, trying for a carry, but Hiller doesn't get the score. Almost countered by Hiller. And now we'll go to the break. 30 seconds in. Hiller's coach has got to be happy about the start that she had. Carter's coach has got to be happy about the fact that she was able to fight off the back and score some points. Now we're going to see what kind of stamina both wrestlers have, because going for the pin and fighting off your back, that can drain your energy levels, especially if it gets all of the adrenaline flowing. Getting that back is tough. Second period underway, 4-2. Harley Hiller with the lead over Mackenzie Carter. Hiller ranked number 4 in the nation at 115 pounds. Carter, 22nd. So this would be an upset, but it's also sophomore versus senior. You never know when your younger wrestlers are gonna break through and have their level jumping moment. And Carter fighting off the pressure from Hiller, drops down to a leg. See a lot of signs for Hiller in the stand, so she brought her cheering squad with her. Let's go Harley, win Harley, win. Ohio definitely comes strong to Fargo every time too, both these states. Midwest loves to show out for North Dakota, for Fargo. Carter steps in, but Hiller too strong. Hipping right back, and now Carter's got to watch out. As she gets tipped over, she gives up 2 more. She's got to hip down and free that left arm. That left arm is trapped, and Hiller's trying to tighten that up. Now she starts to circle to the head. She switches her arms. Got to be careful she doesn't head scissor. And I don't know how those arms bend that way. Mine would have been torn out of its socket. And Hiller tightening up. Carter turns back in, but that makes it tougher. If you don't get all the way through, you get stuck in. Harley Hiller is a Fargo champ. Big smile on her face. Tough one for Carter, but she'll be back. She's got 2 more cracks at this. Hiller with the pinfall. Of Witt is Kaylee Graber from Minnesota. Graber, the junior, Witt, the senior. And there's the whistle. Looks like Witt dyed her hair to match her singlet, which would have been, I believe, red the entire time if she was the #1 seed, which is correct, looking at the scoreboard. Graber goes in on a shot. She's in the blue. Witt trying to get tough there, stuff in the head, sprawling with the belly whizzer. Graber not giving up on that single leg, though. Referee said, I've seen enough, though. We're going to go to neutral. "30 seconds off the board. Now Witt, front head and short offense. Ankle pick from Graber caught Witt. And down to the mat they go. That's 2 for Graber. All right, left side arm bar for Graber, but nothing happening there, so they're back up to their feet. You get a whistle, attention, keep your head up, which is more than just general advice. Graber reaching in again. This time Witt was ready for that knee pick. Graber trying to drag out of that front headlock. Witt likes to hang out there.
As we have seen in the last couple of weight classes, you can tell where wrestlers are coming down the stairs to the arena.
Shot from Graber. Witt looking to spin behind. Graber holding on that far elbow, and now she's got some leverage. She's got a leg is what she's got. And she tips Witt over. Witt has to roll all the way through, or else it would have been potentially disastrous. 4-0, Graber in the lead. They're up to their feet again. 1:07 to go in the first period. Graber, 2 scores to 0. One was an exposure, the other was a takedown. Witt continues to work from front head, and this time looks like she's going to scoot around. No, Graber not letting go. And coming back in the first period is Vanessa Oswald, my broadcast partner, and there's another score from Graber. I don't know how much of that first period you saw, but it's been all Graber so far.
There you go. I did not see that first period.
No, we saw you coaching. We saw the result. Our condolences, but that was a great fight by a sophomore.
Sophomore Kenzie Carter. She's tough. Love that kid.
Yeah, and kudos to Harley Hiller, of course. She got the job done.
She is definitely tough as well.
Yeah, very tough wrestler. And 2 tough young ladies on the mat right now. Witt and Graber. Witt's been working from this front headlock the whole time, but Graber got a drag out of that, and then one time she countered a shot from Witt and scored on an exposure. And then the last score you saw where she came up on onto the platform here into our booth, and that is going to make for a 6-0 first period. To catch you and anybody else that just tuned in up to speed.
Well, thank you. So many states are tough. Man, I remember, we only had a few solid states that were pretty consistently tough. But
the early adopters of women's wrestling.
Yes, yes. Now, every single state has just so many dozens of tough girls that are coming out day in and day out.
Yeah, it's not like you can say, oh, they're from this state or that state, and you know what you're getting. It could be anybody out there.
Yes, and so much depth in all these weight classes. Whoop.
Witt trying to get big. She had Graber up off her feet. She brought her down to the mat. No score yet. Crotch lock for Graber, saving her life right now.
I don't know if you saw there. Witt had the foot hooked in there, and I'm telling these wrestlers, if you can learn to wrestle with your feet, we got to be working with our feet. One of our girls earlier, Lacey Nick, she pinned a girl. She was on her back, did almost a half with her foot.
Scooped
and
up the head.
Yes.
Yeah, having those 2 extra appendages, you see what a difference it makes, because if you're not used to it, you don't know how you're supposed to stop. You could barely keep up with 2, and now you add 2 more limbs to the equation. And we got a scramble going on here. No score yet. Although there it is, 8-0. And Witt, if she gets turned again, no, just barely.
She had that leg deep in there as she was turning her. She was almost pulling herself on top of her, putting herself in danger, thinking that she was able to come out on top.
Yeah, do you see that with his younger wrestlers? A little too aggressive on top, and then, you know, gut wrench, feels like you're doing something, and next thing you know, you're fighting off your back. Graber looking to finish this match. 2 more points, and that would do it. She hasn't doubled off yet. There she goes. And that will do it. Impressive work. Kaylee Graber, just a junior. The junior over the senior, and 10-0. Well, from what you did see,
Hopefully other states will be able to in the future.
yeah, so you don't have to keep going back and forth. Women's wrestling has always been freestyle, so.
It's just hard for the, you know, the states. They have all their folk style set up. Transitioning to the freestyle during that state, it's just, they're unfamiliar with it.
Yeah, and the referees need to be taught a whole different style of coaching. All that goes with it, but in any event, we have Bacon racing out to a quick lead. We've seen that from several wrestlers now, establishing that early lead, firing right off the whistle.
She is ready to go.
She's also the United States 57-kilo rep for the U17 World Team, so Bacon just loves to be on the mat is what I've taken away from that.
Yes, year-round wrestling.
On down they go, and it's Williams that comes out on top of that exchange, so Williams not backing down from the U.S. World Team rep. Back on their feet, 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes to go. And too smooth, Emma Bacon, duck under, keeps the arm, gets the 2 as well, so 2 and 2.
She's just been impressive to watch over the years.
Yeah, still just a sophomore from Dallas, Pennsylvania. They got one in Pennsylvania now too, I guess. Front headlock from Williams. She's trying to get back in this way, back in the match with some physical wrestling. Sometimes that pays off. Halfway through the first period. And Williams really trying to bully Bacon a little bit. Bacon a little slicker, but if you don't finish in some of those attacks, Williams is going to make you pay.
Trying to block her off with that collar tie as she's shooting.
Level change attempt for Bacon. We're under the minute mark here in the first period still. Inside trip attempt. Saw Bacon go for that a bunch in the earlier rounds. Looking for the far ankle, but Williams again just hipping in and saying, if you're not in the right position there, you're getting a counterattack. Even though she's down by 4, you feel like Williams doesn't really need to panic at all. She's right there with her physically.
Yep, she's been attacking, she's been scoring.
That time, no doubt about it, and it was Williams with a little bit of a lapse there, not bellying out. In short time, too, just 4 seconds left on the clock. So Williams gets to the break, but you feel like a couple missed opportunities there, giving up the 4 super late when you should rather give up 2, maybe even 1, and then a couple re-attack opportunities maybe that she didn't follow through on.
Yes, I would have just circled out, take that 1 point instead of giving up that 4. We're right at that out of bounds. That's that risky line, right? Give up that 1 instead of that 4.
Yeah, absolutely, and she's shown that she can push back. She can handle the power of Bacon. She can match that, blow for blow. But in the heat of the moment, when you're getting pushed out of bounds, and when all your brain is telling you out of bounds is bad, sometimes you forget that trading 1 or 2 for a 4 is a better move on your part. Fierce hand fighting continues here in the second period. Williams stays with that underhook and stays high on the arm instead of going to the waist. With the power that she's able to generate, you think maybe get a little bit lower. Yeah, the arms, you think, how do the arms stay attached when all that pressure is applied to them? It'll be a point for Williams, 7-point deficit. Wouldn't want to be in the middle of that hand fight.
Williams got to chip away here.
When Bacon goes for those level changes, it's almost like she pauses for a half step, and that's what Williams senses.
Williams has that pressure on her when she goes to duck.
And Bacon might have to worry about getting called for a fleeing as she's getting pressured out of bounds. We have a 16U winner on the other mat. That's an Ohio girl then?
Yep, Carolyn Geckler.
Yeah, giving all the Ohio fans something to cheer about. They're here. So 10-5, 138 remaining here in the junior finals. U.S. Marine Corps Junior Nationals. Less than 90 to go. Rounded and stalemated, 10-5.
She really just needs to focus on Williams, her attacks. She needs to attack and really commit to these. She can still get some points here.
Yeah, there's time to work, but it's dwindling, right?
It's dwindling. Ooh, and that does not help.
No, Bacon staying focused, staying in position, and then catching Williams there as she starts to look for ways to open up, and that's what can happen when your opponent knows you need to score points. You can take advantage of some of their moves when they open up a little bit.
Bacon is super impressive with how she has had such a lead and continues to attack,
Right, score points. That's the name of the game for a wrestler like Bacon. Just 30 seconds to go. Williams looking for, looks like a head pinch, trying to get a feet to back. They're going to get reset.
Williams looking for something big here.
Yeah, with just 20 seconds, she needs a home run. And unfortunately, when you need a home run, usually your opponent knows that. Arm spin, no slip as Bacon wrestled through. And that's about all it's going to need, all Bacon's going to need. 14-5 with a lace. Whether she gets this or not, well, she does. Technically, that's a tech with 1 second on the board. And I got to tell you something, Vanessa. Emma Bacon is now a Fargo champ. She's our U17 world rep. and she's already #1 in the rankings. I have a suspicion that she's going to get a golden ticket when she goes for her interview post-match here. And they're off. McGowan in the red, Johnson in the blue. Johnson ranked second in her weight class at 125 pounds, but McGowan on a leg, looking for the double and the finish. She gets all the way behind. 2 is offered, 2 is awarded, so she's got it. Even though Johnson's still in the quad pod, the whistle and the table judge both awarded the 2. Just a little slow to go on the scoreboard, but it was there. So Johnson ranked at 125, wrestling up at 130. It was Emma Bacon and Cecilia Williams at 125 here in the finals. That was a 1 versus 3, won by #1. Hence all the talk about who's #1 golden ticket. But now we have McGowan, who's #5 at 130, trying to defend her weight class against Johnson, who's #2, but is bumping up. And McGowan drives Johnson out for a 3rd point. Now this atmosphere, Vanessa, has to be something that has to bring a smile to your face. I see you smiling now just thinking about where you came from. You said you were one of those early Fargo brackets as a competitor coming out here. How have things changed?
Yes. So I competed in the 2nd year of Fargo for the women's side of it. And just to see the growth of it, the stands are filled at the finals here, and the girls are just electric, screaming for their teammates. It's a completely different atmosphere, and just absolutely loving it.
It's great to see as McGowan looking for 2 with continuation to run her lead up to 5-0. Yeah, I love seeing the big blocks of fans, of teammates and states coming with all of their fans and friends. Really get behind it. It's like a little NCAA tournament where the different teams, the first couple days, everybody that's a fan of this team cheers for this. When they got 8 mats go, now you got 2 mats in all the different states. Some stats that might, I don't know, blow your mind a little bit, but you said 100, well, you were there year 2. That's 111 participants total for the entire girls division. That's every weight class, there was no 16U, it was just one.
Just one division.
Just the junior championships. It's McGowan trying to spin behind. Well, guess how many just in the juniors in all the weight classes, how many participants there are this year for the juniors?
1,500?
You're very close, 1,200.
1,200.
From 111 for the entire tournament to 1,200 for just the juniors. And for the 16U, that's just 15 and 16-year-olds, another 1,000. I won't make you guess again. So that's 2,200.
My goodness.
High school women's wrestlers here.
And it's impressive that the states are able to get these numbers out here, these girls out here and competing. I mean, I know with Ohio, we brought out over 120 girls, and just the logistics of getting that many girls out here can be a headache. However, we have committed team leaders and directors getting all these girls out here. It's just, we're just so grateful to be able to have this opportunity and give these girls a spotlight.
Yeah, I love hearing about all the different people that it takes to get teams going. I mean, it's not just the parents and the wrestlers and the coaches, the organizers, as you said, volunteers, people to organize everything that goes into it, your lunches, your transportation, your things like that. It's not easy, as you know firsthand from going to a lot of these over the years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have over 20 coaches on our coaching staff for Ohio alone. And, we have other teams that have more coaches, and just being able to shuttle the girls back and forth from the dorms, or, we had to stay at another college nearby, our charter bus, whether you're taking flights, just the coordination of getting all the girls, the parents, the coaches, team directors.
Figuring out practice where you're going to get mat time, doing laundry.
Yes, yes.
Everything that goes into any other wrestling team stuff has to go into, you know, girls, guys, doesn't matter. You have to do the same things. And as the numbers go up, the amount of people that need to care and that need to help out, that goes up as well.
Exactly.
Looks like we have a stoppage for blood time. Johnson needs something attended to. Looking for other things they need to swab off there.
I am just still in all of these numbers.
Yeah, looking out at the stands.
Yes.
Yeah, they do a great job. When they was a little skeptical when they change things around. They put the 2 mats to the end zone, but then when you see it in action,
it was really a great idea. That way you can centralize the finals and just have a packed house.
Yeah, those are hot seats to get. They gotta get there early.
Yes, our girls were there pretty early to get their seats.
McGowan trying to finish things off with a trip, and Johnson's going out of bounds. He's got to be careful so he doesn't get fleeing. Yep. White paddle, nope, confirmed.
McGowan's been able to keep good position throughout this entire match.
And they go back in parterre since it was grounded.
I'm digging her singlet though, McGowan.
The jersey singlets
yes.
they're very rad, as they literally say on the singlets.
Yes.
I think they went 80s theme.
Yes, I'm loving that.
Singlet watch is always fun. There's always, states get creative with it. It's always.
I was never a singlet trader. I loved
never went on the black market. You never.
No. I was Ohio through and through. Never traded singlets.
Well, those are your souvenirs. You earned that.
Yes. My mindset was I was going to be in the finals wearing that Ohio singlet.
Johnson trying to get on the board. She doesn't have anything yet. McGowan with kind of a headlock, a head and an arm. I think she's got. Johnson shelves the leg. 90 seconds to go. We're going to go back to their feet. This is a very senior heavy weight class in the rankings done by USA Wrestling, the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, and FloWrestling. The top 4 are all seniors, and they did not enter Fargo. So you had Aubrey Krazer, Bella Williams, Jax Raylan, and Samantha Sachs. So Taina McGowan, the highest ranked Fargo entrant that's ranked at 130, but Zarina Johnson, number 2 at 125, moved up. Perhaps she thought she'd have some success up a weight class. She's just a junior, and not uncommon to see underclassmen move up weight classes. Oh, good. Going the other way.
Impressive.
I don't even know what you call that, like a reverse pancake. It was like she was trying to get the whip over, and then Zarina fought too much, and then
switch directions.
Yep. So a tech fall, Taina McGowan. And she's making a bid for she's making a case for herself to be the #1 ranked returner at 130 pounds right now. Tough to argue against. It's just a sophomore. She goes to Wyoming Seminary too. There's a lot of Wyoming, some young women here. New finals and has a stop sign already.
Yes, she wrestled it on that second mat over there, and now she's ready to go again.
She's coming back for more. Her opponent, Maddie Marsh of Indiana, in the blue. Just an incredible talent, a rising star. If you aren't familiar with her yet, well, now you are, so consider yourself informed. Taina Fernandez in the red and yellow singlet from the great state of Maryland. She's going to need, I hope, some rest after this, or she'll get some rest after this.
No, I'm looking up how many matches she's wrestled.
You have to love to be on the mat to get to this level of competition, to get to the finals of the Junior National Championship here in Fargo. And clearly Fernandez loves to wrestle. She's also our U17 World Team rep at 61 kilos. By the way, just as another point of reference. And she's just a sophomore, well, rising junior at Archbishop Spalding. That's in Southern Maryland. And And if you have to categorize her wrestling style or describe it to people, I would say it's very precise. She's always in position. She comes with a lot of power, too. It's getting hard to hear the whistles when you have all the fans, the PA, the music going, 2 mats at once. We also have headphones on, so we're not a bit of a disadvantage. Snap down, go behind, and that's the precision and power from Taina. Transitions to a gut wrench. Driving to the left. Three to 0 after 2 minutes. So I thought I'd help with the counting up the number of matches here. How many was it?
I think 12. I think this is her 12th match this weekend.
This is number 12, six on each.
Yep.
Yeah, which shows you start at like the round of 128, which is just silly.
Bracket of 128.
Yep. And then moving on, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, and then the final 2.
I cannot imagine wrestling 12 matches.
Over
2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, imagine if you lose the first one and you wrestle all the way back to third.
Oh.
Now you're adding a couple more.
No, thank you.
And
right at the buzzer.
Yeah, still 5-0, but Fernandez, sip of water.
After experiencing boys and girls tournaments, the girls tournaments, it is so much louder.
Yeah.
I love it. They definitely are rooting their teammates on. Not that the boys don't. The boys root their teammates on.
No, but you're right. It's a different atmosphere.
It definitely is.
You owe it to yourself. If you're coming to Fargo and you're either coming for freestyle, come a day early and watch these girls finals. It's worth your time. You can take the couple hours out of your day, grab a nice seat, and enjoy the show. Second period underway. Fernandez in on a single leg. Runs the pike. That's 2 more, 7-0, and this leg lace is vicious. But credit to Marsh, although almost took it the other way. You see, that's the creativity, you know, the skills, they keep stacking up. Snap down, go behind. Too much power for Fernandez.
Just a solid wrestler.
Yeah, it's rare. I think she gave up a takedown in the semis. I think there have been a couple points scored against her, but I don't think she's had to wrestle a full 6 minutes. So that might help all the wear and tear of those 12 matches.
I would think 12 matches, my legs, my back, my arms are just sore, but she just continues to stay in such good position.
Yeah, never faltering. It's a great point. She only needed 1. She got 2 on the boundary and doubling up. What an achievement. 2 for 2, 12 for 12.
Impressive.
There's the chicken. I don't know if you've heard the origin of that.
We're hyping them back up or consoling them, getting ready for the next match. You know, it's a process.
Yeah, you're preparing them for much more than just the next match.
Yes.
You want to get them in the right mindset to have a long career.
Yes.
All right, and we are preparing to get back into the action because it's on us right now. Alexis Lazar, #1 seed, taking on Nora Akpan. Akpan in the blue, representing Minnesota. Lazar in the red, representing Michigan. So the upper Midwest going at it right now. Lazar a little bit more, well, taking a little bit more ground there. But it is Lazar that's going to get hit with the first passivity warning. Just a warning. Both wrestlers juniors at 140 pounds. Lazar ranked 4th in the nation. Akpan ranked 17th. So you'd favor Lazar here. She's the 1 seed. Akpan is the 6 seed. 8th. That says 8. That's an 8. That's a snowman. 8th seed. But when you make it to the finals, all bets are off.
It's all about who shows up that day.
Right. That's what you got to tell your athletes, right? You make it to a part, whatever the match is.
You know, even yesterday was a different day. Today, new day.
Exactly
right. It's all
right.
about who shows up.
And Lazar does go on the passivity clock. Not technically a shot clock. If Lazar scores, that shot clock goes away. She's got about 12 seconds to do so. Looking for the go behind, now drops that on a leg. If Akpan scores, that clock keeps ticking. And now there's 3 seconds left on that.
She's got to get that shoulder in on that single. Switching off to that double now.
And a deep sprawl. Akpan avoids the takedown and scores a point thanks to that passivity clock. Akpan driving in, now Lazar goes for a leg. Doesn't connect. Akpan doing a really good job with their defense, keeping her hips back. Everything Lazar comes at her with, she's ready.
It's almost like she's forcing Lazar to take these shots.
Yes, and will she capitalize on those shots? That's the question, we'll see. Or if Lazar maybe changes her tactics a bit. Passivity warning, I believe, yep, on Akpan. All right, I think we've been spoiled a little bit. This is definitely, I think, the first 1-0 first period we've had. Not that they haven't been pushing themselves out there, just that sometimes you don't get a scoreboard, you know, pinball score.
A different kind of pace of match here. Both seems to be a little bit of a defensive wrestlers.
Yep, Lazar also finished 4th at the U17 World Team Trials, Women's Nationals. Were you also at that event up in, it was Spokane this year?
Yep, I was up there, took a group of girls up there, and looking forward to next year.
Yeah, always a fun one. Used to have it down in Fort Worth. It was a little easier for us Austonians down there to make it to, but I believe our guy Kyle Klinman was still there.
Yes, we got to see him there as well.
One of the greats. And two of the most impressive high school women's wrestlers out there right now, Lazar and Akpan. Number 2 in the nation was also in this bracket, Riley Hanrahan, but she fell earlier in the tournament. So look for Akpan to rise up in the rankings. Lazar could be making a big move if she wins this bracket. Right now, she's got a 1-point deficit, but Akpan is on the shot clock, excuse me, activity clock, after I already explained that it's not a shot clock. 10 seconds remaining on that clock. One of the most committed shots we've seen in this match. It was after the shot clock expired, so Lazar gets the point. Now Akpan needs to limp arm out of that. Won't get an opportunity. It's stalemated. .90 seconds remaining in the second period. It's all knotted up 1-1, but Lazar leads via criteria by dint of being the last person to score. Some people get caught up on, oh, the last to score should determine who wins a match, and it doesn't. The scoreboard does. And Lazar, taking matters into her own hands, gets another point on the step out on her offense. But everything in the rule book is spelled out. You don't want to lose via criteria on the last to score. You got to do something about it. Anyway, that's a different topic. I'm getting off topic here.
1 minute to go.
One of the most tightly contested bouts. Akpan obviously still in this. Just needs any type of score. 1 point of any kind or more will obviously do it. And Lazar in on another shot. She's happy to chew up some time, 18 seconds. Final 15, Akpan going, she shoots. She's got one leg. Is it enough? She's got 5 seconds, she comes around. There's two with 5 seconds to go. The 8th seed, Nora Akpan, 17th in the nation, takes out number 4.
In the last seconds.
She needed to go out and get it. She got it done. 3-2. And that's a heartbreaker for Lazar. It's something she's going to be thinking about probably forever. But she should be proud of getting here, getting to this stage, putting on a great wrestling match. But Nora Akpan, back in the early 2000s, I know they were sending, the bigger squads. They won pretty much every Fargo championship, team championship on the girls' side, year after year. They're still winning championships, but at least they're getting challenged now.
The growth and depth in women's wrestling and girls wrestling to today, it's exciting to watch it.
Yeah, it's a great time to be here for it, right? Front row seats.
Ooh, on that double.
This has been a physical bout right off the whistle. Lassour going for upper body headlock.
High intensity start off.
Absolutely. Davis trying to match her. Oh, they are not slowing down.
My goodness, the transition, one right after another.
Yeah, Lassour was looking for a trip. Davis wasn't going for it, wanted to get a move of her own. And back and forth. One of the better sequences that no points resulted in. And the headgear gets chucked. Davis, feet to back. That was executed correctly for a 4-point move. So we've seen 3 #1 seeds, or #1 ranked wrestlers in these finals so far. Jacqueline Bouzakis, Emma Bacon, and Taina Fernandez. They're 3 for 3 right now. The 4th that made the finals is Violet Lassour. Olivia Davis, 10 seed or not, she doesn't care.
She is putting it to her.
I believe she is the 16U Fargo champ, so she's been on this stage before. 16U to juniors, that's a step up though. That's not nothing.
That's a big age gap difference coming up. These ladies are battling.
Well, it should be noted, I believe there's not much of an age difference here. Lassour, a sophomore, Chestnut Ridge, Pennsylvania. Davis, a junior at Esperanza from California. So this could be quite a rivalry going forward. You never know. How does Lassour respond to Davis? You got to put that out of your mind, correct?
Yes, she's looking like she's going for something big, upper body. In this moment, though, you got to realize you need to chip away, chip away, chip away.
You don't have to get them all back now. You have 30 seconds and a whole nother period. So just a verbal warning. Good touch and go, double leg.
The upper body strength these ladies have.
Yeah, that to defend that double and then immediately both of them go right into their upper body moves. That shows a lot of time in the room working on those. A lot of hours in the practice room, getting comfortable in those positions and not panicking and knowing that you can wrestle from those positions.
Davis is just so explosive with her double as well.
Yeah, she showed a lot of power, and it's about timing, right? If you time those moments, you could do them all day long in the practice room, but timing them in a match against an opponent that's trying to stop you. You see the replay there, that's the aftermath of that beautiful inside trip. So 4 points, obviously not insurmountable. It happens in the blink of an eye. It's one move. But Davis wants to keep that pressure on, wants to chew up those 3 minutes. Probably doesn't want to stop scoring points either, though.
It's anybody's match right now. 3 minutes to go.
That's what Lassour was looking for early in the first period as well. Double unders locked up behind the head. She takes Davis down. That's 2, though. Good job by Davis bellying out. You see the face Davis made there. That was some tough wrestling on top from Lassour. She's wrestling kind of mean right now.
She was going for that power half. Cranking on that.
But wrestling means part of the sport. Sometimes you get an opponent that's going out there wrestling tough. So Davis is still looking at that shoulder. Gonna need some ice, I think, is definitely what's gonna be needed after this match. But she's tough too. And they're both back in the center, ready to go. 2 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the second period. Back it up, and that's gonna be, yeah.
Probably the most physical match.
Yeah, that we've seen so far.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of physical wrestlers out there, but both of these guys going back and forth.
Heavy with those hands.
Yeah. And so Davis still has criteria thanks to that 4-point move, but Lassour has tied it up, chipped away.
Oh.
Big double. Oh. Are they correct throw, are they saying? One. Just one is awarded for the step out. the composure in the danger zone to throw that, what, double overs to throw it, to get Davis off you and throw her by?
Davis in her double. Lassour with her double overs. Getting her hips in, trying to throw right at the out of bounds. This is intense.
This is a brawl. This is a slugfest. Okay, so an elbow may have come down first before Davis's head. Still impressive. I'm glad they got it right, because looking at the replay board, which we have there, it looks like Lassour's elbow does hit before Davis's head, but Davis had her dead to rights in that double leg. I mean, that was deep, and she was driving.
That was her momentum.
Lassour was going out of bounds, and she was able to get a foot down and pivot just in time. Just actually not enough in time. So 5-4, but Lassour with a 2-point move can obviously take the lead. 1 point won't be enough. But now a 4 of her own. Bear hug down to the mat. 4 it is. And that changes things.
There is still 2 minutes left on this clock. Let me remind everyone, 2 minutes.
Yeah, how about it?
This match is going back and forth.
Lassour not slowing down. Davis needs to figure out a way to get momentum back on her side.
With the trip.
Yeah, 2 more for Lassour. And now Davis has to be careful not letting this slip away, because Lassour is not slowing down.
She's got to get that double timing set up.
Yeah.
We're getting a little too extended on it.
Yeah, figured a way to set that up again. That was working. Almost had it that time. That was a forehead right to the nose, and when you get those, that's some shooting pain right up, right to the brain. Got to be careful with those. That's the kind of wrestling match it's been. It's been physical.
This has definitely been a physical match. Enjoyable match to watch, and intense.
We're going to go to a quick break, and we'll come right back. All right, we're back. Davis was back on her feet. We missed maybe 2 seconds at most. Collar ties. Davis was getting her head looked at. She got a shot right to the nose. Inside trip by Davis. She answers with 2 of her own. 10-7. How much time? We still have 50 seconds.
We still have 45 seconds to go. Plenty of time left.
I didn't know if Davis needed concussion protocol. We thought we would take a break. We had to come right back, and Davis fires off that inside trip like nothing happened. I like what Davis was thinking there. Lassour gets back just in time.
Running right over Davis.
Yeah, a lot of power from Lassour. And she goes from 10-7 to 12-7, and those points make a huge difference. We got just 10 seconds left in the bout. And the ref has given Lassour a ton of time. Just 6 seconds now. And it used to be a 4-pointer would do it. Now, 4-pointer won't do it. So that was a huge 2-point move and a lot of time off the clock for Violet Lassour. Two, one, and Violet Lassour gets it done. How about that fight?
That was a fight. My goodness, non-stop action the entire match by both individuals.
Yeah, kudos to Davis, never giving up, always putting on a show with those moves, the inside trips, the double legs, Violet Lassour, the double overs, the double unders. The best, I won't be that biased. We are at the U.S. Marine Corps Junior Nationals. It's the junior girls division. It's 155 pounds. Olivia Georges walked out, as did Sarah Henle, who attends Blair. Just like her older brother Will, who just graduated. Henle has one more year. She's a junior. Georges is a junior. Henle in the blue. She's already a two-time Who's Number One participant. She's gone 1-1. Great competitor with a lot of accolades. Georges trying to get to that level. Connecticut versus New Jersey, the tri-state area, very well represented. And there's Henle taking Georges all the way into the other mat, and luckily was stopped. No action going on, so no big deal. But that double leg almost ran Georges off into the tunnel and then out the door into the Fargo air, which is not so fresh these days, but it's not Fargo's fault. The Canadian wildfires are doing a number. So we have one step out from Henle off a very powerful looking double. Georges recovered though. It's only 1-0 and we've only wrestled 1 minute. So a lot of time to go here in the 155-pound junior girls final. Henle again, oh no, Georges with the single leg, but Henle with the gyro, as they call it. Good balance, and she picks up another step out.
Challenge decision 9-2. Although Bouzakis red initiates a counterattack, while inbounds finishes the counterattack. Deep in danger, 4 points red. Challenge 1.
Halfway through the first period, 2-0. Henle trying to get a snap down. Now Georges on a shot, but we have the whistle first. Under a minute, still in the first period. Nice exchange there, middle of the mat. 30 down, 30 left, I should say. I like the activity for the wrestlers, but not much in the way of level changes.
No. We need to commit to this single that George is hitting. We gotta change our level. We gotta commit to it. We're doing like a half here. We gotta drive in here.
Henle runs out of territory and Georges makes her pay. Was that before the break? Looks like it, 4-0. There's the brick. This might be a costly brick if you don't win.
Oh.
She says, nope,
Nope.
take it back. Sometimes you gotta overrule your coaches. So that's a short time 4. And we talked about that. That can be the difference maker. It swung some bouts.
Yes.
So Henle representing Connecticut, but also Blair, which is in New Jersey, and George is representing New Jersey. So Northeast, well represented here. Second period underway.
Henle needs to control this tie here.
I think she's a little too lackadaisical, maybe.
Yes, yes. She needs to go on the offensive here. She needs to slow Georges down. She's got the underhook here.
I think if Georges can pick her spot right, she could maybe get one past Henle and keep putting the pressure on, keep piling the points on.
Georges keeps that forward pressure on Henle here.
Yeah, I know Henle was in 2 very tough quarterfinals and semifinal bouts, so this is her 3rd bout of the day where she's having to empty the tank, as it were. And it looks like Georges has a little bit more pep in her step. Shot from Henle, that was stopped by Georges.
With these long days and long matches, back to back to back, these girls, they need to understand nutrition, what they put in their body, the fuel, what kind of food they're eating. It just becomes make or break for these days for these girls.
Yeah, and there's a lot of distractions. I mean, you're with your friends. Sleep is probably something that you got to work on with them. And then Georges again bringing Henle down to the mat. That's 2 more.
You know, the convenience of food, what's around us, and you know, encouraging girls to bring their snacks. Those kind of snacks that give you that fuel as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not to say that Henle hasn't been doing things right. Sometimes you just run out of gas, but she is dragging a bit. More so speaking in general of just bringing a whole group of wrestlers, a team, they're friends. They want to hang out. This is like a vacation almost.
Yes.
I mean, there's the business time on the mat, but there's a lot of downtime too when you're at tournaments with your friends and teammates.
These girls from each of the states, you know, they spend so much of their time competing against one another. This is the time where they come together to cheer one another on. So it's really enjoyable to watch the teams up in the stands and really cheer each other on.
Yeah, with the signs, with the going ecstatic when their friends win. You're right. It's a different atmosphere. We mentioned this earlier. The boys, they go after, you know, they show up for their guys. There's plenty of energy. Sometimes they even go berserk for different things, but the energy is just a little bit different. And another 2 for Georges, and she's going to make it 10-2.
Georges pushes the pace in this match, continues to push the pace even while ahead.
Yep, and Henle, no quit in her. She's putting forth a valiant effort. Making it to this stage is a huge accomplishment. Not going to overcome this 8-point deficit, though. And Team Jersey and Olivia Georges is a Fargo champion. Well earned. Those are tough brackets to get through. And Henle is a very talented, got a championship, Connecticut, some of the smaller states, Maryland. But no doubt about it, Pennsylvania and Iowa, 2 of the premier states when it comes to wrestling. And Miller, single to double. She's got 2. She's looking for more. A senior from Punxsutawney. She's ranked number 2 in the nation. Ellsbury from South Tama County, or Tama County. Apologies to the Iowans if I got that wrong. From Chelsea, Iowa. Miller staying aggressive. She's got 2, and Ellsbury fighting off her back. That's actually 4, so 6-0.
Dominating on her shots. Strong position, driving through. Impressive here.
It really does look like Miller came out with the right mindset. She knew she's the better wrestler, and she wants to dominate and prove that.
Each position, she's going in with a purpose and really attacking. That's hard to do, to keep that pace as we go in. Only 2 minutes left in the first period here.
Able to recover, too. She didn't have that one, although this looks like Ellsbury could turn it into her points. See if Miller holds onto that leg, or if Ellsbury, excuse me, getting messed up there. If Ellsbury can get 2, and she does. So 6-2, halfway through the first period. I wonder what the Pennsylvania wrestlers from the eastern part of the state think about the Pittsburgh Pirate singlets. If they're like Phillies fans and maybe don't care for the Pirates, but I'm pretty sure the blue singlet might be Phillies based. I think that's how they've done it in the past. So depends on what singlet you get to use. As the number 1 seed, Miller's been in the Pirate gear the whole time. Good recovery on that fireman's transition. Huge.
She is just so strong in all these positions, being able to transition right to the next. Something didn't work, switching off. Miller just showing dominance here.
Yeah, the chain wrestling works at every level. Hitting more wrestling moves, never a bad idea in a wrestling match.
We are ready to wrestle for the championship at 190 pounds in 60
So one more takedown will do it for Miller, or an exposure. She changes levels.
Oh.
She's going to finish in style. Oh, my gosh.
My goodness.
And, she's out. And Adams' opponent, I should say, Kanata Richardson. Richardson wrestling out of Michigan, Bloomfield Hills High School. She's a junior. Adams, a senior from Dumfries, Virginia, wrestles attends Potomac High School. Adams in on a shot. Adams going for the kill.
Snap that head down from that single. Started driving. Back on our feet. We have 2 minutes to go here.
Yep, we're speeding through the rest of the finals here. U.S. Marine Corps Junior Nationals, Fargo, North Dakota. Big snap from Adams, but Richards caught a leg.
Adams looking to elevate that ankle, hips in on that sprawl. Can she get it?
I know we're going to get a stalemate, and that's a tough position to be in. Trying to pull in and build up from your base at the same time, while your opponent's trying to do everything in their power to keep you from doing anything. Good spin behind, nice reaction time from Richards. She'll tie things up, leads via criteria, but very early, over a minute to go in the first period.
You don't have a whole lot of time on top, so it's important when you're going for that offensive turn that you really commit to that turn. If not, you know, we keep switching, we've wasted that time on top. So really looking for that turn.
Yeah, if you're not in a position, that's why those transitions from the takedown are so key. If you're not already in position and work your move, it's very tough. You see a lot of guys and gals in whatever situation, you get the takedown, they know they're not going to get a turn, and they kind of just go through the motions and wait for that whistle to pull them back up.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a count of parking lots. There's about 32 reported. We're going to talk further. This is not out. So
Good action so far, no passivity warnings needed. 30 seconds remain in the first period. Double leg from Adams, trying to reposition. Richards, good defense. Shot in short time by Richards. Adams trying to step out of danger. And time's out, no score. So 2-2, evenly matched match. Similar styles from both wrestlers as well.
Lots of action here. I like how Adams is forcing Richards with that snap down into her shots. We'll see if she can keep that tempo going into the second period.
Yeah, you want to be aggressive with your snap downs, heavy with the hands. Sometimes that can pull your opponent right into you, though. We'll see what happens here in the second period. Virginia versus Michigan. Adams is ranked 7th in the nation and a senior. Richardson not ranked, but we've had unranked women win Fargo before. You get hot at the good time, you jump levels at the right time.
Richards got that shoulder in, stepping behind with that single. And back to our feet.
Well, Adams drops down.
Adams on that single, steps over. Can she elevate that leg? She's gotta drive in with that, drive in.
No two, white paddle, now she has it.
Now she's got the 2.
So it's a big go-ahead point, or 2 points. There's still time for Richards, and a 2-point move for her, and put her right back in the lead via criteria. So big points for Adams, but at the same time, hasn't put things out of reach yet by any means.
This has been a good match so far. We're at 1:30 left. Anybody's ball game right now.
You want to pick your moment here, and you want to pick your time to sprint. Do you advise your athletes, you know, whenever they're feeling it, or is there a certain time limit where you're saying, okay, you got 30 seconds or a minute, or does it depend on the wrestler?
I mean, it depends on the wrestler. It really does. Some wrestlers, you know, are just defensive wrestlers. Some wrestlers are just offense. So really having that communication beforehand on match preparation, where we're at in that match as well, and just does it make sense to keep attacking? Does it make sense to lay off? You know, Adams
countered Richards, and this is going to be tough for Richards to get out of. Even if she bellies out, time is ticking away.
She's got her on her back, elevating that.
Adams smiled. She thought she had it. I think the official was ready to call it, but you didn't get the signal from the corner. It was another instance of you're wrestling behind. You have to make something happen. Your opponent knows that. And they wait for you to make a mistake, and that's what Adams did. But yet, to your earlier point, it would make sense that each athlete is going to be able to respond to things differently. You have to know them, and as a coach, that's the most important thing is the more you know about your athletes, the better you're able to instruct them.
Yes, we got 20 seconds left on the clock. Richards down by 6, doing a big move. 4 points isn't really gonna, we gotta look to stick her.
Yeah, sometimes it comes down to pin or lose, right?
Yep.
All right, back to action, 8 seconds.
Short time here.
Looks like they kicked the challenge back. And that'll do it. Virginia, they're not often at the top of the podium, but now we've got a wrestler from the Old Dominion getting their hand raised. Mahalia Adams of Dumfries, that's Northern Virginia. Yep.
It was a long day.
One of those.
Back up at, leaving at 6:45 this morning.
Well, 2 more matches and we put a bow on Junior Nationals for the women's, for the 16U and junior divisions. That is Amy Hartman. Came out in the cowboy hat, wrestling in red for Idaho, and her opponent, Mia Cianga from Washington, Everett. Cianga, number 10 in the nation at 190. Hartman, number 6 at 235. I don't believe 207 is on the national rankings. So, a bit of a catch weight.
Lots of hand fighting here.
Getting towards the end of the first minute of action. 2-on-1 for Hartman. Cianga, looks like they were pointing at her, potentially could pick up that next passivity. There's the whistle calling for blue action. And here comes the passivity warning. It looks like that was the second. So 30 seconds on the clock, that is your activity clock. Cianga has to score to get rid of it, or she'll concede a point to Hartman. Hartman can score all she wants, and that clock keeps ticking down. Halfway through the first period.
Hartman staying in control with that overhook.
Yeah.
Head position there.
And she goes for the arm spin. Slip was called by the chairperson, so back up to their feet they go. Looked like that arm spin was a little bit loose. It wasn't tight enough to get the full rotation, but sometimes you end up creating something out of that.
Looked more like an arm throw, stopped our motion, and keep our feet running. Got to keep that feet running, keep that pressure on them, be able to come back on top.
Right. Excellent insight. As now Hartman gets a passivity warning. I believe her first, because usually with about 36 seconds left, they don't call a passivity that will start a clock. So Hartman has that one passivity warning, or I mean the one passivity point off the shot clock, activity clock. I'm going to keep messing it up even if I explain it 100 times. So Cianga has to keep her composure. Second period.
Oh, there we go. We got loose on that. 10 seconds left.
And now back to the arm throw. And we're going to hit the end of the period. At the second period, with the passivity warning on Hartman, as long as Cianga can control center reasonably well, you got to figure if there's no other scores, Hartman would end up going on the clock. And then you got to figure out, the defensive moves. You can't get complacent. You can't stop moving your feet. But you get that point, now it's 1-1. Now you're in the lead. Now your opponent has to wrestle from a deficit. Might open things up a little bit more. All right, second period underway.
Hartman continues to control this tie. We've got to see a lot of action from blue here.
Yet it is possible to get a second passivity, but they're going to go red there, yes. So now Hartman's on the clock. She needs to score or she will trail via criteria. Big club there from Cianga.
We like to call that heavy with those hands.
They're getting after it. Nothing yet.
She's facing her on bottom. Trying to defend that. You got to face her. Drive with that double.
Oh, who gets the points? They called 2. Did she break the lock? If she kept the lock, then she's good. And I think Hartman held on too long there. So the point for the expired activity clock. And then in on the double, Hartman went for the throw, but unless you if your opponent initiates the attack and keeps that lock, which it looked like Cianga did around those legs, then they're going to give the offensive wrestler the one that initiated those points, which is what they did. Which is how we got to 3-1 here. 90 seconds, and now things opened up a little bit.
Now we know Hartman's going to be going after her.
That's right.
She likes this position from that overhook. Looking for that arm spin, arm throw.
Yeah, that's her bread and butter. She's gone to that when she's needed to score, when she's wanted to score. To Cianga make the adjustments. She probably knows in her head somewhere that that's coming.
Oh, in on a single?
Yeah,
we got it. Single in the air. Can she finish?
Reaching for that trip. Goes up front. Can she recover? She does. 40 seconds. Hartman takes the lead, but there's time. She hasn't won yet. Oh, I think Hartman came down on her knee. She might need injury time. Ooh. That's a tough one. If you take the lead and then you bang yourself up, now you're thinking in your head, I'm this close. I can't get hurt now.
This can change the momentum of the match.
She's got to not think about that injury. Just think about the next 33 seconds. She's going to get through it one way or another. Meanwhile, this is a reset that Cianga is going to help her.
This could benefit her. Catch that breath. Have her clear ahead with her coaches. Talking game plan here. If I were her coaches, I would say stay away from that overhook, underhook position.
And I would scoot kind of away from their opponent so that nobody's hearing you either, maybe. But I guess that's their corner. So Hartman has to grit this out. This is going to be a battle of will. Can't think about that knee. And if you're Cianga, you got to do what you got to do to win, whatever that is.
30 seconds.
Hopefully the adrenaline takes over now. Neither one's thinking about anything other than their positions and trying to finish the match. 20 seconds now. This is the adversity she got to battle through to be a Fargo champ. Cianga driving
15
forward.
seconds. She's got to go.
Hartman circles.
Blocking her off here. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hartman holds off. She gets the dub on the busted knee. She limps to the center. Cianga, great tournament for her. But Amy Hartman is your Fargo champ. 207.
Excited for this match. I think our teams, we got a bunch of girls in the stands, so this is going to be a loud match.
Yeah, you see Illinois to our right, depending on where the camera is, and then Ohio to our left. Love to see teammates sticking around for their teammates. You don't leave for the final match. You don't make for the exits. You stick around and cheer on your teammate. Borders, too much pressure. She gets 2 early in this bout. Less than 30 seconds in. See how Hoselton responds.
In tough matches like this, sometimes it's the support that you get from the stands that really push you through this match, and so it'll be exciting to see how this goes.
Yeah, you definitely feed off that energy.
Yes.
It's different wrestling in a closed gym, nobody there, a wrestle off, versus the bright lights, all the fans, all the yelling. And you get to learn about your athletes too, how they respond to these types of things. You'll know next time, okay, on the big stage, certain athletes wrestle a little bit differently. It all depends. All right. 1:45 left in the first period. Hoselton looking for an arm drag, go behind.
Borders quick on her feet. Able to circle back out in front. Controlling that underhook.
Yeah, when you have an opponent that's all upper body, quick feet, they mean a lot, right?
Yes.
And your coaches, your other coaches, your colleagues, they know they're trying to fire up the team, firing up the fans.
Yeah. Our Ohio coaches are telling Ohio girls, you better get on your feet, start cheering. You hear those chants coming through for Ohio.
All right, already 2 minutes deep into the first period. Borders still with the 2-0 lead off that first takedown.
Borders back to that underhook here, head position. She's got to get her opponent moving here.
The head position battle, you can see they're going to have some bruises on those foreheads.
.30 seconds left on the clock.
Looking for head position and hand control.
First period winding down.
A passivity warning against Hoselton was white paddled away. Outside trip for Hoselton. Borders with good pressure again. Hoselton has to recover. And we get to the break. D. Borders and Chloe Hoselton. We have 3 more minutes of wrestling left in this tournament.
Team Ohio hyping Borders up.
Well, that's got to make you feel good too as a coach when you talked about earlier everything that goes into it. It's not just on the mat, it's the organizing, it's the getting the teams together, it's all the countless phone calls to tell people your 5 a.m. wake-up call or you know, the bus is leaving.
You know, we really work on this at this past camp, just the camaraderie of the team, because it's you out there on the mat, but it takes a whole army to get you there. So that camaraderie that comes from that support from the coaches, the teammates, you know, the whole staff, that really makes a difference.
Yeah, and you're seeing it. Team Ohio for sure. Illinois, they've got their girls on their feet as well. That's what Fargo's all about.
It is. It's just been so amazing to watch the growth over the years. Really has.
And more opportunities being unlocked every day on the collegiate level. Love seeing those options being made available to the athletes that want to continue their athletic careers in the sport.
Hopefully in the near future we'll be able to see Greco coming.
Women's Greco could be a thing. Borders coming around for 2 more. It's 4-0. So a 4-point lead with 2 minutes to go. There's time for Hoselton. It's not over yet. But Borders certainly in a good position.
Borders got to stay strong in this position here. She's got to circle.
Hoselton looking for an inside trip. She had an outside trip attempt earlier.
She wants to get that head position.
Borders has the advantage of knowing that Hoselton is wrestling from a deficit. Front headlock from Hoselton, nothing happening. Slip on that attempt for Hoselton. They'll come back up to their feet. 67 seconds left on the clock. Hoselton driving forward. Borders circles.
Borders controlling that underhook. She stays strong there. Head position.
Hoselton
Another slip.
trying for something, another slip. She knows she's running out of time. 33 seconds on the clock as they reset back to the center. 4-0 lead. A minor upset, but not according to the Ohio coaches and fans. If this continues, another slip, 24 seconds, 23. 13th in the nation, Borders. 5th in the nation, Chloe Hoselton. We have a challenge break. Oh, they didn't rule a slip that time. So we're gonna get a review. Borders from Berea, Ohio. Berea Mid-Park. Berea. Thank you for the correction. I'm flying blind a lot of times when I read off these things, so it wouldn't be the first time I've messed up something. And Prairie Central for Hoselton.
We had a conversation with team. We have 2 points for Radecki. Challenge ball.
That's tough.
So that might be a dagger for Hoselton's. Oh no, they got to go parterre is what they're saying. See the chairpersons. Both stood up. Looks like they were doing a dance move with a hand shimmy. So Hoselton now down 7-0 with the failed challenge, and they're in parterre. Less than 20 to go. Borders in the driver's seat.
12 seconds left. We know she's coming at us. Defender off.
Does Hoselton have anything in her bag of tricks?
3, 2, 1.
Dee Borders closes off the tournament with a 7-0 victory. Team Ohio in front of dozens, if not hundreds, of screaming Ohio fans.
Those girls are cheering.
They got the signs out. They got the horns out. Cowbells.